to work from ahead, so important.
So with 2 outs, here's Otis. Corby had one of the other hits yesterday, was 1 for 3. Does not have a hit yet in the postseason with a runner in scoring position as the Gators threaten here in the first.
Ball.
Two pitch.
Oh, Otis just missed that last pitch. 2-2 count. Fouls that straight back. As a pitcher, you know when you see that ball get fouled straight back hard, you know that hitter has just missed that.
Slices that one out of play. Seventh pitch of this at-bat.
Ball.
And the count goes full. That's the voice of John Baca behind home plate. Cam Ellison at first. Susan Eads at second. Chelsea Clark at third.
Pickens showing.
A start against Mercer in the regional. She went 2.5 innings. She had a relief appearance last weekend against Georgia when Florida had to survive an elimination game to advance.
Pops into that corner. That's a tough corner, by the way. Once the wall ends, now you have a fence. Makes it very difficult for Shoemaker out there.
Florida is challenging the call of a fair ball. This play is under review.
All right, so right out of the gate for the Gators, Tim Walton wasn't sure that that one would
tell it. Bounces right at the bag before, but then it's got to clear the bag, over the bag.
It definitely hit inside the line.
It doesn't hit the bag.
Actually hit it. So does it get hit of the chalk, right? You can see the chalk fly.
I think that scoots over the bag.
Yeah, front corner.
Yeah, the chalk flew on it.
Yeah. I think this is hard to overrule. It looks like it goes over the front corner of that bag.
It's got to cross the bag.
Christy Cornwell is our rules analyst. Christy, what are you seeing?
You know, Beth and Michelle, I agree with what you're saying. It looks like the ball bounces on the chalk, which is in fair territory, and bounds right over the base. And we don't have indisputable video evidence to change that. So I think we should come out of here with a fair ball.
Thank you, Christy.
Yeah, I think seeing that little bit of chalk, which is obviously lined up to the inside part of the bag, kind of gives you that impression.
After further review, the call on the field has been upheld. We have a fair ball. This is Florida's first challenge.
Florida will have another challenge, and also the umpires, as we get late in the game, the last couple of innings, they can choose on their own to review something.
It's a great call to challenge that, though, because, you know, it's fair by maybe an inch. And, you know, you're looking at that, and leadoff triple, you got to challenge it. Good call by Tim.
And I'll tell you, sometimes with an offense, when you see that the ace of your opponent is not starting, you come out just attacking, and they have done that. 2 pitches, 2 base hits. Panel has been on fire here at the World Series. Takes that first pitch, drives it down the line, brings in Leach.
Big big swing and a miss by Ella Dodge. Yeah, I think a lot of us thought it would be back to Keegan Rothrock in the circle, their ace, the starter yesterday. But if you follow Florida through the years, you know that Tim Walton loves using a lot of different arms and really good pitching staffs. He's done it here in the past, and it's helped him win national championships. But Tennessee trying to take advantage. Look at what they've done in the first 3 innings in this postseason.
Look how aggressive they are early in the count. And they're jumping on a pitcher that was not pitched here in Oklahoma City yet. You mentioned all 3 other Gator pitchers got some time yesterday. And so you're trying to, you know she's trying to get ahead. You're jumping on those pitches early.
That's in for a strike from Hammock. Senior out of Mechanicsville, Virginia. Kara transferring in from UNC Wilmington. Was a strikeout pitcher there. And that's a fair ball. Got by Cahalan. Wide turns by both runners, but they'll stand firm. And it's first and second with a 3rd straight hit to start the ball game.
It's exactly where the front foot of Dodge is stepping. She steps towards that 5-6 hole. She hits it to the 5-6 hole. Nice job of being able to stay. This is where she owns the plate, middle to away. That's why she steps across to be able to take that pitch. And because you see Galen a little bit off the line, just an easy poke to get to the outfield.
So Jocelyn Erickson, their veteran catcher, bringing the whole infield together. Throwing their support behind Hammock. You know there's always nerves in a World Series debut.
I think Florida's going to have to make a decision here. And too many squared up balls, just 9 pitches in this first inning, and Tennessee has been all over all of them.
So already 9 pitches in, some activity in the bullpen and a change of foot. And that will be it for Hammock. She departs. Some encouragement from Ava Brown, who will step in. A deep cleansing breath out of the dugout and into the circle for Ava Brown, as she will come on in relief here in the first inning. Just 9 pitches into the game and already down 1 with the bases loaded.
Tim Walton said it. He said, we would not be here if it wasn't for Ava Brown. She took over the lion's share of the pitching when Rothrock had that injury mid-season. And she was nailed. She did a great job, and she understands the gravity of it. Every situation typically will come in with the bases loaded, pressure situations.
Now, Michelle, she hasn't thrown a pitch in a while, right? Because she's a DP in the lineup,
Right.
been in the dugout.
Yeah, so she probably warmed up before the game, but there's a good chance, guys, that she has not thrown a pitch in probably 25 minutes or more. So she's going to need to make sure that she's on point here. No room for error with the bases loaded.
So starting Hammock does not work out as Florida had hoped. Can Brown clean it up, or can Boo Gibson bust this thing wide open? Does not have a hit this year with the bases loaded, but the senior has cleared them all a couple of times in her career. Tennessee calls her home runs boo bombs, and boy, would they love one right here, as there is all kinds of frantic activity down the Florida bullpen.
That was Keegan Rothrock hustling down.
I think Olivia Miller had already run out there.
All hands on deck.
Yes.
Season's on the line.
Yeah, and you can't give up a lot of runs when you have a pitcher like Pickens in the circle as your opposing pitcher.
It's win or go home tonight for 2 teams that are not accustomed to heading home early.
They need a ground ball roll. They're playing at double play depth, which is really what they're hoping for, with no outs and the bases still loaded. And now they pull in.
Here's Laura Mueller. How opportunistic is this Tennessee team. Yesterday's runs were scored on a pass ball, a sac fly, and an error.
Another first or second pitch swinging too. This has been Tennessee. If they get strikes early, and I think that's why Ava Brown was kind of around the zone coming in, recognizing, hey, I can't give them anything to hit, but after she walks the first batter, she gives one here to Mealer right up at that belt zone. 74 miles an hour off the bat for another knock for the Vols.
Alana Leach couldn't hold up. 7th to the plate this inning. Already 5 hits for the Lady Vols.
Ball outside.
Rough start for Florida.
This is a Tennessee team after seeing Jordy Ball through 3 games at Super Regionals and then seeing Sam Landry yesterday, who they actually hit somewhat decent, only struck out twice against her. I mean, they have seen some elite arms, so understand what they are attacking.
Ball, 2 strikes. Ball.
Two and two. Staves one off. Sisters Aubrey and Kelsey. Grandma, remember, Wilma Ann played for the Rockford Peaches, the Leach family tree.
Gotta love that. History. Diamond Sports, yeah.
I mean, that's going back to the OGs. Dottie Henson.
Yeah, that was even before my time.
What?
Oh, a little soft. A 3-run double for Alana Leach, who had 9 RBI all season prior to that swing.
And has not been a starter, you guys. She comes into games late because of her arm. Ask Karen, okay, why'd she get in this? And she said, because we needed more pop in the lineup. Savia Morgan normally is in there. She's like, she's very one-dimensional. Short game, we need gap shots. Ask for it, she delivers.
A gap shot indeed. 6-0 Tennessee, and there is still not an out on the board for Florida. The Locos from Knoxville are liking it.
Well, what do you think this does, too, for Carlin Pickens? I mean, who, came out last inning, didn't give up a run, but had 2 walks. I mean, definitely coming off of the loss of Oklahoma. Now she's got 6 runs to pitch with, at least.
Well, and the winner of this game has tomorrow off with play again on Sunday. So this new format actually does allow the teams that lose on day 1 the opportunity to really try to come through the bracket.
Get your ace back in there. They would play the loser of Texas Tech UCLA on Sunday afternoon on ABC. And so Kinsey Fiedler will be the 9th to the plate in the bottom of the 1st for Tennessee.
And you guys, even the 1 out, that sac fly hit over 70 miles an hour. She just missed it, just skied it high in the air. Lots of hard contact from these balls.
Ball outside.
Fiedler considers a bunt there. They're going to bat around the order and then some. This is, I think, a little bit of disbelief from the Florida folks. Big innings have been a bugaboo all year, though, for Florida in their losses. I mean, that's an 8-run inning against LSU, 7 against Alabama. That was in the first inning of a game. Crooked numbers hurt them in those losses, and they're hurting right now at the World Series with a 7 spot on the board. And 9 to the plate and just 1 out recorded.
And how about 7 hits through the first 9?
What an incredible start for Tennessee. Second AB of the inning for Gabby Leach, who tripled to get this started.
The question is now, what does Rothrock get into this game? Because you don't lose your season without getting your ace into this game. I realize the score now. Keegan down in the bullpen. Because they're hitting Ava Brown.
Yeah, and Ava Brown has the ability to obviously to go upstairs, but she uses a lot of screwballs, some down stuff, changeup to hopefully roll ground balls. Hasn't really been able to do that, hasn't been able to engage the defense.
Everybody gets a swing. Almost everybody got on base and touched home. Tennessee up big on elimination Friday night. Oregon and Ole Miss coming up next. Mia Williams at 6'7", 8 to face Marjetko, who's thrown 10 innings so far in the NCAA tournament.
Ball.
Well, Tennessee was able to get a boost from not seeing the opponent's ace. Can Florida get a similar boost here with Pickens now out?
You should get mad. I mean, honestly, you take out your ace in the second inning. If I'm hitting right now, I'm like, oh, let's put her back in. Like, let's get Pickens back in this game, because the only way that's happening is we put up a lot of runs.
Yeah, and Jess, you talked about it in the open. This is an explosive offense for Florida. 107 home runs on the year. They have an on-base percentage of over 440. And they know how to get on base and score runs.
6 different players have hit a home run this year. At double digits, including Mia Williams.
She's second on the team. Look where she hits in the order.
Her next one would be her 20th. Yeah, definitely a gut check for the Gator hitters now. And the pop up here for Williams, 1 down. So now Brown will come up. Ava's another one of those double-digit home run hitters, 11 on the season.
Half of those have come in the last 2 weeks. Been one of their hotter hitters, and again down in the 7 spot. They have a lot of power production, not just from the normal 3-4 hitters.
Gets a hold of one deep down the line, and it'll be a foul ball towards the bullpen. Hey, the Women's College World Series Championship Series will begin on Wednesday. That's the finals, best 2 out of 3. 8 Eastern on ESPN. For more information, go to NCAA.com. Your home for all 90 NCAA championships. 8 teams are still around, but 2 will go home tonight. The loser of this one and the loser of Ole Miss and Oregon. Winners play tomorrow in a doubleheader.
Ball.
In the double elimination format, we get down to 2 teams on Monday, and then the 20th championship series, dating back to 2005, Michigan over UCLA. So the challenge now, Tennessee, stay focused. For Florida, there's no seven-run home runs. Let's just pick away at it. And as Brown Flies out to Gabby Leach, 2 down.
Yeah, 100%, Beth. For Florida, they're just hunting bases right now. They just have to get on base because, as you mentioned, you're not going to swing and make up that 7 spot with one of the swings. So Tennessee, on the flip side, they are just hunting outs. You can give up bases, but you just are all about collecting outs at this point.
Ball.
Kelly Cahalan, the junior transfer from Alabama. In for a strike, 1-1. Margetko picked up some strong wins late in the year. Beat Ole Miss, beat Texas A&M, picked up a win against Ohio State in the regional. Former Prep High School Player of the Year out of Illinois.
Ball.
Cahalan. How about 3 flyouts for Margetko right into the game, and a 1-2-3